We are spending 3 weeks in the remote island group French Polynesia, a real paradise on Earth, located in the heart of Pacific Ocean. It is a country where you can find the most luxurious hotels, but we are here on a backpacker's budget. And in this video series, we are going to visit 5 islands in 3 weeks, including the famous Bora Bora. Subscribe and watch until the end to get essential tips and details on how we managed to visit this luxurious country on a small budget. We are up super early to take the first ferry back to Tahiti in order to catch the ferry to our next island, Huahine. The ferry from Tahiti takes 3 hours and we paid $48 per person. The ferry is very comfortable with lots of indoor seating, a cafeteria, and a deck upstairs with seating. We've now arrived in Huahine, one of the lesser known islands in French Polynesia. It is quiet, green, and laid back. Fewer tourists come here, which makes it feel more local and untouched. The island is actually made up of 2 parts, Huahine Nui, which means Big Huahine in the north, and Huahine Iti, which means Little Huahine in the south. And they are connected by a small bridge. About 6,000 people live in Huahine, and we are staying at a guest house located on the east side of Huahine Nui.
Hi guys, good morning.
We have woken up after a good night's sleep in our guest house.
Yeah, in our guest house. What a beautiful place to be. Our host is very nice, very lovely. She helped us to arrange everything. We even got a scooter, like the one you see over there, for like $43 a night.
A day.
A day? Yeah.
We rented it for 3 days. First day today, driving around exploring the island
Of Huahine. So let's go and explore the island together, and we're gonna show you what we're gonna do.
'Cause I know you'll make it beautiful, and maybe I'll call you my sweetheart, and promise nobody can steal me away. Then I am yours, 'cause I want you and I wanted you to know. He looked at her and then he smiled, picked up a pen and paper and started writing. Probably something about her eyes and how they're always shining, or something cliche like ooh.
We are at the southern parts of Huahine, and we stopped at this restaurant, which is right there. It's called Sunset Grill. They have great food and access to this amazing beach. It's all sand, and you can go for a swim before eating or after eating. And it's just crystal clear blue.
As he sang, she started to dance, grabbed his arm and took his hand. He held her close under the moonlight as they kept on dancing. And now they're singing their love song, and they sing it kind of beautiful, calling each other sweetheart. I promise nobody can get in their way or steal the show. They're in love now, and I wanted you to know.
What a beautiful way to finish the day. Today we went to Sunset Grill. It's a beautiful beach in the southwest of Huahine.
It's actually a restaurant, but They have a beach just in front of them.
Like, you don't have to eat at the restaurant, but
if you want to support the local people, if you want to like have a drink or have something to eat, I think it's definitely worth it to go there.
yeah, and it's a very beautiful sandy beach. But if you go a little bit further out, you can do snorkeling. So we brought our snorkel gear, and we saw lots of beautiful fishes.
And a lot of beautiful corals alive. That
Yeah.
was very surprising for us.
And the water isn't very deep. You can stand up the entire way, and yeah, the corals are just absolutely beautiful, very alive, and we saw many things there. Lots of clownfishes.
Yeah, somehow, yeah, there were so many like hard corals, and then in those hard corals there were some softness as well. And we saw like a lot of clownfishes. We saw a Moorea eel,
A white eel.
white eel,
So that's scary.
big one. Yeah, it's scary. Almost took my leg. And yeah, definitely worth it to give it a visit, give it a try whenever you are here in Huahine. What we feel here is like this town is not very touristic. It reminds us a little bit like Port Barton on the Philippines, but of course way bigger, where you just interact with locals all the time. And the foods and all the dishes that you buy here are pretty big. So if you order some food,
It's a big portion.
big portions. So I know sometimes when we're hungry, we think more with our tummy than with our real hunger. So
You order a lot of food, you think, but don't order too much because the plates are big.
huge.
It's another beautiful morning in Huahine, and we once again woke up with the sunrise at 5:30 a.m. and having our morning coffee on the beach, listening to the waves. So today is our last day to explore this island. We have a few things planned, so hopefully the weather stays with us today. It was a little bit raining yesterday, but we actually used that time to do a bit of travel planning. It was exciting to tell you that if you liked our Australian road trip and our New Zealand road trip, there is another camper van adventure coming very soon in a new country that we are so excited to go to. So now let's just have a morning coffee and breakfast, and let's hit the road. These are fish traps, ancient fish traps that are still being used today. So they build this maze of rocks, and when the tide is high, the fish goes in, and then the tide goes down and the fish is stuck. So you can just go and pick the fish up. We are on our way to see the sacred eels. There are these eels with blue eyes and are sacred to the local community. Let's see if we find them. It's supposed to be free to see them.
One of the most unique things you can see in Huahine is the sacred blue-eyed eels, found in the small village of Raiatea. They live in a freshwater stream that runs through the village, just under a small bridge. These eels are long, some over a meter, and they have bright blue eyes, which is very rare. But what makes them special isn't just how they look. Local legend says that these eels are sacred. One version of the story says that they carry the spirits of ancestors and are protectors of the village, and that's why they are treated with such great respect. For generations, locals have fed them and kept them safe. These eels are calm and used to people, and if you bring fish or canned mackerel, they will slowly rise out of the water to eat. It's free to visit, and it only takes a few minutes to see. But it's one of those small things that gives Huahine its unique charm and connection to local tradition.
So we are back at the coral garden, which is close to where we're staying, because we want to check if the current was strong today, so we can stay a bit longer in over the coral. So over there, there's like waist high water, and you can see lots of corals, but you can't go over them because you would hit them.
From there, Moorea.
Yeah, you saw one. So we're at the deep end where the current is.
Look at that.
So we're gonna go out there and see what we see. So let's go. It was an extremely strong current.
Yeah, but we had the chance to just like go a little bit further up, walking, jump into the sea, and then go and drift with the current.
A drift snorkel, never heard of that before. But we've done drift diving, but drift snorkel was a first.
Yeah, so we had the chance that there was a buoy like just floating there, so we just hauled from the line and just drifting around. We had the chance to see a big stingray, huge.
To me, I think the snorkel we did yesterday at the Sunset Grill beach was better for snorkeling than this place. But you like this place, but it was very deep.
Depends also, like if there is no current in the place that we did it today, could be good. Could be good because that big stingray, there should be more like animals down there in that area, like sharks and turtles. It's a bit deeper, and the good thing is like you don't have all these big animals around you, so you don't need to be afraid. Like when you are doing it next to the rocks, and then an eel can come and bite your feet.
And then today it's been a little bit raining, so we didn't drive around much, but we had an amazing dinner, which was in the city.
Just next to the port where you get dropped off, there is this little snack cafeteria just in the corner, and we tried the Poisson Cru that we didn't try it.
It's a local dish, and it was huge.
Yeah, it's kind of a ceviche, but in like a French Polynesian style.
Yeah, and big, like it's served with tuna,
coconut milk,
vegetables, and then we added some rice, which worked really well, and then we had a grilled chicken with French fries and blue cheese sauce, which was also amazing.
Yeah,
we couldn't really finish it because it was so big.
And then we decided to come here to watch the sunset.
We spent 3 days in Huahine, and here is how much it costs for 2 people in US dollars. $285 for accommodation, including breakfast, $135 for the scooter rental, $13 on petrol, $106 on eating out because we did not have a kitchen in this accommodation, $74 on groceries or other items, and $96 on the ferry from Tahiti to Huahine. So in total, that's $709 or $177 per day for the 4 nights that we stayed here.
As we said before, it's not touristic at all. Like right now, I don't know if it's fortunate or unfortunate, but it's very low season because it's rainy season. But also a lot of things are closed. Like a lot of restaurants are closed, a lot of snack places are closed. And
hotels are in remodelation.
And also the dive school, unfortunately, is closed as well. So we couldn't go diving on this island.
But we can't wait to go to the next island and enjoy it as well. And yeah, let's just say goodbye for now with this beautiful view that we're having right now from the beautiful island of Huahine. And I hope you guys do enjoy this part of the video. And let's go and see you guys in the next part. See you in the good side. See you in the good part.
We are off to Raiatea, where we find the best snorkeling spot and go diving in a shipwreck. Don't miss that.
Calling each other sweetheart. I promise nobody can get in their way or steal the show. They're in love now, and I wanted you to know.